Hello over there. We're in the next part, and I hope you're feeling edified thus far. Please go check out the previous part to gauge your incredible bearings. Okay. So, having spoken earlier about Dragon Ball Z Pokemon and how there is something witchy behind much Chinese content, allow me then to help you understand what's going on Tokkie. China, like I said, is a communistic nation that wants absolutely nothing to do with religion, whatever religion it is that we're talking about. So, of course, Christianity is excessively oppressed in that space. So, however, China is very strategic. They're intelligent. We can't take that away from them. In trying to coup the world, using information wars, using, strategies to dumb down all the other nations that they might come out strong and tops. From as far back as when I was a child, our kids in our own playgrounds here in Africa down south were already warring and being made somewhat unable to concentrate and focus because of this small little toy called a Tamagotchi that came from China. They were already messing with the minds of the global population then. So the paranoia of the United States about what China is doing is not a paranoia, it's real. And it's not just against the US, it's the world at large, because world economies are interdependent. They're codependent on each other. So countries working with one another, a type establishment thing, help indeed bolster or boost the general overall strength of whoever is the largest superpower in the world, which at this point is the United States of America. So upon then dumbing down the whole global citizenship and kind of changing or drawing their faces towards China and dependency on China, you on that day are then prospering, are you not? To succeed to take power away from the main power to another power. The another power of which, alright, is not healthy to be the world's superpower because of the fact that it restricts liberties of people so badly, and it is so controlling, so megalomaniacal, it is so surveilling of its citizens on the ground, and so punishing, unscrupulously so, over people who want to just be free. You cannot say just what you want there. You cannot be just who you want to be there. That is not the kind of country that should be allowed to be a first world superpower that is the most mightiest one of them all. Because where there is a world leader in a lot of countries, where there is a number one, you must understand that the rest of the world is going to try and emulate or fashion their faces unto the image of that country. Look at how the United States of America has so wickedly influenced the entertainment industry across the world and our preferences and what we do. But also look at how they have so positively influenced the freedoms in many countries. They have vastly exported the gospel to the world, and they still continue to do that to this day. So all things positive that come out of the US, we have inherited, but also all things negative. That's what happens when you are a superpower. You just are that influential. So when then the world superpower becomes somebody so, or a nation so fascist as China, then we all are going to be subjugated as the world's leadership to the tyranny of our governments, trying to copy all that, trying to follow suit, and people on the ground also mimicking the deeds and the behaviors of people in that nation. So docility, subjugation, acceptance of basically a rubbish, overly loading it over with an iron fist regime above you. We cannot afford as a world citizenship to allow a nation like China to gain number one status in the world. But they're gunning for it, and they are winning. They are stealthily, sliding into the DMs of everybody's general countries. With that being a thing then, you must understand why it is that TikTok is just so dangerous for you sitting in whatever country you might find yourself in. I'm in South Africa. In China, it's called Byte Dance. In South Africa, it's called TikTok. In the US, it's TikTok. Many countries, it's just TikTok. There is a version of TikTok in China that looks nothing like what it is that is the version that we have down here. So just like those kids in my university in first year that were drunk, hypnotized outside of Pokemon, so too is you being on TikTok for hours on end like Pokemon. The platform is bewitched. The content there is not much better. Neither is it more edifying than what you would find on YouTube. Yet, you struggle. I I don't feel, when I'm on YouTube, I don't feel the need to just keep on going through a playlist for hours on end, just watching and watching the next person to the next person to the next person to the next person. Whatever YouTube recommends me, I just watch it. This is how TikTok operates. You scroll down that For You page and you literally watch every video that comes next because you are wondering what they're gonna do. Do you go on your YouTube and literally just wait? You know how with YouTube, when the video's done playing, there'll be that little scrolling timer thing that says in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds, this is the video that's coming up next. Do you just sit that out? Do you on YouTube? Do you sit it out? Do you sit out that 3, 4, 2, 1 and then just watch the next video indiscriminately without you choosing what you want to watch? No. On YouTube, usually when you get to the end of the video, and again, highly unlikely do you even get to the end of a video on YouTube. Retention rate of a viewer on YouTube from beginning to the end is way lower than what it is that you would stick around on TikTok for. The retention rate of a viewer on TikTok is high. You literally watch from beginning to the end in all your curiosity for whatever strange reason. Leha was not interest. For me, the biggest warning, flailing flag, was mukbangs. Watching from beginning to end. You've got this girl or this guy with these 5 foods on top here, and you want to see her get to the last food, even though it is disgusting to you to watch people literally just gluttonously just bakimba online. Oh, every last sound coming out because they're doing an ASMR alongside just binging, eating way too much food than they can stomach. That's TikTok for you. You sit out a video all the way to the end in a way that you just don't on YouTube. Go YouTube for 3 minutes out of a 10-minute video. You can get out before the 10 minutes is over. You can end up watching the first 3 seconds and moving on. You can end up watching just 10 minutes of an hour-long thing. But on TikTok, if something is 10 minutes long, you will watch it all the way to the end. And then as when it's finished, when it's done, it repeats automatically. That's another thing. Oh, guys, Lord have mercy. Amen. Lord have mercy. On TikTok, it's a loop that repeats constantly, and you can find yourself watching the same video 5, 6, 7, 10 times. YouTube shorts are like that as well. But on YouTube shorts, you don't find yourself suddenly addicted to watching that 10 or 20 times. You move on to the next short, and I will tell you now, guys, I am so pressed to pee right now. So I'm just gonna go use the bathroom, and then we'll come back and finish this conversation.